Hello again. It's me, Catherine Collert Page. I am a legal research and writing professor at Berry University School of Law in Orlando, Florida. And I also write fiction, and this is part of a whole series that I've been doing on writing tips. Um, they should be writing tips and not writing trips. Although I suppose they shouldn't be trips as in stumbling, but sometimes we can go on little journeys and workshops, and those are great, which is not what I'm talking about today, although those can also be good with respect to what I'm talking about today. Today, I'm talking about procrastination. So recently, I've been focusing on the psychological aspects of writing. Procrastination is one of those. Oh, so procrastination, it's definitely related to topics that I've talked about before: block, um, running, radio station KFKD, the things that tell you, oh, this is going to be painful. You know what? Yeah, writing is painful. That's something I tell my students the whole way through. Like, one thing I can guarantee you is that this will be painful. I cannot promise you that it will not be frustrating or stressful, because it will be. Interestingly enough, the more we procrastinate, the more frustrating and stressful it becomes, and it can be this very vicious sort of cycle. So, there are a number of tips you can follow. The one is starting with just that 5-minute rule that I've talked about before, where you just have to write something. It doesn't have to be good. You get something down on the page. There's brainstorming. There's going on a run, which may sound like procrastinating, but it's not if you focus on it. But there are also other little ways that you can free distractions from your life. Carve out writing space for yourself. So one of the things that I love, I've gotten this program called Antisocial. I heard about it from Linda Berger, who is a writing professor over at University of Las Vegas, Nevada. Wonderful woman, wonderful writer, wonderful scholar, great professor, great mentor. In any case, Antisocial is awesome. Um, you can purchase it for a pretty low price. And what it does is it blocks various internet programs. If you want, you can tell it to block your email, you can block Facebook, you can block any website that's, like whether it's going to read your horoscope or, oh, now that I'm thinking about it, I deleted all games and game apps from my computer, but I've gone online to the Mahjong um, site to play Mahjong online, and I could use Antisocial to block Mahjong. If you're hooked on Candy Crush Saga, thank God I never went down that road, or Bejeweled Blitz, or whatever it is. You could block Candy Crush Saga from yourself, or Bejeweled, and it's a great way to avoid procrastinating. Another thing that you can do is go on some sort of writing retreat. My friend Mari Jorgensen, who's a writer who went to Vermont College, she used to check into a hotel the weekend before her packets were due at Vermont College to just remove herself from all family obligations, distractions, whatever. If it's a hotel that does not have a television, that is a good thing. If you are able to write without the internet, going to a cabin or something of that nature can be a very good thing. Sort of extreme, but these are the things we do. Also, starting first thing in the morning is a great idea. I know, first thing in the morning, I want to feed my cat, get my smoothie, and then check email and get on Facebook. But I find that I'm more productive if I tell myself, yeah, feed the cat, make your smoothie, but then the first thing that you have to do after that is write. And so that way you never get involved in that distraction to begin with. Similarly, the second you have that downtime, before you do something else, sitting down to write, creating that writing space for yourself can be a great way to avoid procrastination. Putting it on your to-do list of things to do and putting it first can be a great way to avoid procrastination. And when you get just a little bit of downtime here and there, writing little bitty snippets. Um, that's hard. I know that's hard because for some people they feel like it takes me 5 minutes just to remember where I was, and so it's this frustrating process of spending that 5 minutes. You know what though? I've started doing that with my legal scholarship. When it turns out that no one's coming into the office and I'm sitting there and I have downtime, I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to look back at some of the comments that my research assistants have made back to me and start taking notes on those. And amazingly, I get little bits done here and there, and they add up. Okay, so procrastination, write first thing in the day, remove distractions, carve out writing space if you have to, and find those little snippets where you can write. And then finally, use all of those other techniques for dealing with block. Okay, write on.